What's up YouTube, it's your main man AV the Hero back again with another video, and today we're going to talk about the NBA and All-Star and them allegedly wanting LaMelo to join the NBA skills competition, and we're going to just go down that rabbit hole for a little bit. I appreciate y'all for tuning into the channel.
With my dude AV the Hero, well, we getting it down in the Boulder State, baby.
Hey, AV, way to get out of the lane. Way to get out of the lane.
What do you thought about that, Jay?
I like that. Yeah, I told you, he's a hustler for it.
Let's go. I'm out.
Alright, so as you all know, we've been following this All-Star journey, and we've been talking about trying to get my dog Melo into the NBA All-Star game for a while now, despite the fact that he hasn't not even cracked the top 10. However, we got a bright side that just dropped upon us, where Woj in the video is talking about the insiders and them really wanting LaMelo to be a part of the NBA All-Star competition. Now, this was hella clickbait from ESPN and all that stuff, but we'll still watch it and then we'll talk about some other things. One of the other conversations that I want to have in this video is why you're not really getting a lot of media coverage from LaMelo Ball. I'm gonna keep that short, but that's gonna be pretty deep as well. Appreciate y'all subbing to the channel, hitting the notification bell. It is always appreciated. The channel has been growing and growing and growing over the past couple days. We almost at 9,000 subs, on our way to 10,000, so appreciate y'all tuning in and hitting that button. Now, as I mentioned, your boy LaMelo Ball is not even in the top 10 right now in the Eastern Conference of All-Star votes, right? Getting outvoted by the likes of Fred VanVleet, Derrick Rose, Colin Sexton, all of these guys who really, if you just look at the social following, LaMelo eclipses them like 2 times over type of situations. However, Woj, who drops a Woj bomb, right? Just said on NBA Countdown that, you know, the NBA really wants LaMelo Ball in the All-Star game competition. So in this video, and we'll play it and then we'll talk about it a little bit from there, and then we'll kind of go deeper and deeper into the abyss.
Making a run, but we also get an update from you on All-Star game every time we're over here. What's the latest there?
League is looking at having the slam dunk competition at halftime of that Sunday night March 7th game, pre-game three-point shooting and skills competition, and I'm told that one player the league would really like to get involved in that skills competition, the Rookie of the Year favorite right now, Charlotte's LaMelo Ball.
Oh, that actually makes sense. Leading all rookies in basically every category, points, assists, rebounds, you name it, he's leading, and he's been starting the last 6 games. It's been a fun watch for sure to see him.
Okay, so now you legitimately, this is a 5.5 minute video, I believe, and the last 20 seconds is about LaMelo Ball, even though his name is in the title and in the thumbnail and all that. So this is a lot of clickbait, right? So I point out this for a couple reasons, right? So this is the type of behavior that confuses me when we look over and we see your boy LaMelo Ball not even cracking the top 10 in All-Star votes, right? Because we can tell that a lot of these platforms, the NBA, the ESPNs, all of them understand the fan base that LaMelo has, the notoriety that having him in a thumbnail, the click-through rate that creates is there, but somehow folks are not voting him to be an all-star, despite the fact that he is has been hooping the way that he's been hooping. Now, to me, I believe that this is because we're not getting the adequate amount of coverage on what he's doing in some of the places that the casual fan goes to determine who is having a good season, right? LeBron James, we always know he's hooping because every time, every day, every time he has a game, the NBA says, bro, LeBron is hooping. He's the MVP candidate. So late in his career, he's still doing this, and they break it down for you. Bradley Beal is leading the league in scoring, right? And we know this because every day they say Bradley Beal is leading the league in score, even though his team is better. Luka Doncic is the MVP candidate. They go down this list, right? And what I'll say this is that to the average fan, I get how you believe that. Man, no, I just knew that, right? I made the decisions, all of these decisions that I'm saying on your own, but truthfully, these narratives, right? When you look at a Bradley Beal who last year was hooping just as much as he's hooping now, but was getting no shine, and then now you get John Wall out of there, you bring Russell Westbrook in there, and the NBA season starts off with this epic deal and this epic trade, and there's a lot of conversation around what he's doing, like, and you see his stature start to rise to another level. Trust me, it's a lot of what we call narrative. Now, you may ask yourself, why wouldn't they be covering LaMelo? It's because a couple years ago, LeVar Ball exposed this relationship that the ESPN has with the NBA, right? I don't know if you remember when he was very critical of Luke Walton and Rick Carlisle, the NBA head of the NBA Coaches Association, not only called out LeVar, but he called out the ESPNs and the media of like, yo, why y'all even print that? Y'all supposed to be partnering with us, but you printing that BS. Like, how are you gonna do that? Now, that was a bad look, right? He basically said that we give you all this access and you gonna do this. What happens if we decide to take it away? So to me, I believe that shook up a lot of things as far as, you know what I mean, the power that these media outlets realized that they were giving LeVar Ball, right? And the issue is that with that power, they were creating this thing which I coined as the LeVar Ball effect, right? You Google it, you see I'm up here with that, you know, LeVar Ball effect title. And with that, right, basically it is that LeVar Ball and his the pathway that he set his children on to get to the success that they're having now, with Lonzo being a second overall pick, LaMelo being a third overall pick. Some of the early success that LaMelo has had has been credited a lot to his journey, right? And so his journey of being a basketball development, going overseas, playing in the JBA, going back to Spire, doing a lot of stuff, right? A lot of things that LeVar and his team and camp kind of put in place for him has shook up a lot of the basketball culture, making the G League create their select program, the G League Ignite team, where they allow players to, play one season in the G League and make some bread. Also offering them, right here, you see it, opportunities for basketball development, life skills, mentorships, and academic scholarships, right? Which typically is set up that you would get all of that stuff from the NCAA. So right now, the NBA and the NCAA are beginning to compete over development of basketball. This is a situation that neither one of them wanted to be in. However, in order to keep people here, instead of going next stars program or taking non-traditional routes, even the NCAA has decided, you know what, we're going to let people make money, right? Because that's the one up that the developmental program with the NBA has, is that you also get probably $125,000 a year if you mess with them. So now you can make some good money, and I'm telling you that the platform that the NCAA has with March Madness and a lot of these other things is huge. It's a lot of money to be made here. So the impact that this has on LaMelo Ball and why you see these clickbait things but you don't see in-depth analysis is because anytime that you really dig deeper into LaMelo's story, you have to talk about his journey. You have to credit all of the all of the unusual things that he did in order to get where he's at, right? So when you look at him hoop and they say, man, how's his composure so right? How's his confidence there? And they said, well, I think it's because, you know, he spent that time playing pro overseas. He spent that time really playing against grown men, right? Understanding the game with these different coaches, the P&Rs. The coach over at the Hornets basically said one time that there's nothing that he's thrown at LaMelo Ball that has overwhelmed him, right? And he credited that to his trajectory to get here, right? So every time they do that, they really shit on the current status of basketball development here in the United States and really give praise to LaMelo, but then also LeVar Ball, right? Which we see that folks don't really want to give LeVar Ball the flowers that he deserved, and they had to earlier this year when he had all three boys in the NBA, and they say, you know what, man, LeVar, bro, you did it. Like, you was non-traditional. We all hated on you, but it happened, right? Then we seen, obviously, Jello ended up not playing and whoop, and has not gotten that opportunity to get back in. But if you ask me, I believe that a lot of that is because it is tough to really give LeVar and LaMelo their flowers without feeling like you're rewarding folks for doing the opposite of what you want them to do, right? You don't want your player's dad being critical of the coaches of the NBA and the association. You don't want your young prospects to leave the United States, go playing in Australia and build partnerships. You see RJ Hampton went to Australia and then got a partnership with Li Ning in his shoe contract, right? Folks are not talking about the fact that RJ right now is playing in the NBA with his own PEs and I believe probably a signature shoe at this point. From that relationship, right? So as folks start to expand and have new experiences, it shakes up things for the NBA, and they have to shake up things, and it costs them that bread to do it. So this is why I believe that you don't hear a lot from LaMelo and from the media and all of that stuff. But hopefully you all get out and vote my dog into the All-Star game, because there's no way that he should be not at least cracking the top 10 in All-Star votes. It's your main man, AB the Hero. I'm out. Peace.
No, not Pete's. +1 triple B's. We out.